We are taking over your airwaves. In 3, 2, 1.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Good morning, Zebras. Happy Tuesday. I'm back. Getting my week started here on a Tuesday. I wasn't in school yesterday, so I hope you didn't miss me. Although maybe you did. Although maybe you didn't even notice. Who knows? We got weather. We got announcements. And we'll see where we go from there.
We'll make it sweet. We'll make it short. Now here for you is the weather report.
The weather, baby.
Buenos dias, ladies and gentlemen. It is currently 39 degrees in New Brunswick. It is cloudy. We're going up to a high of 59 degrees today. Let's go. Spring is around the corner. We've eclipsed our low of 37 today. It's going to be cloudy conditions all day long with wind gusts up to 10 miles an hour. It's going to be warm this week. Today we're getting near 60. It'll probably feel like 60. Tomorrow 53, Thursday 58. That's a good sign. That's a really good sign for nice weather stuff. Like going outside on Friday mornings. Can't wait to bring that back. All right. Let's get into the announcements for today. Zebra Morning Show is also a podcast. You can subscribe anywhere you listen to podcasts by scanning the Dino code on your screen or visiting our website, zebrapodcastnetwork.com. Miss Morano, what's the quote of the day?
Good morning. This is Miss Morano with your quote of the day. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. James Baldwin.
Thank you, Miss Morano. Today is National Clam Chowder Day. It's also National Chocolate Covered Nut Day. Delicious. On this date in history, February 25th, 1964, Muhammad Ali knocks out Sonny Liston for his first world title. Clubs meeting today after school include the Craft and Crochet Club 245 to 345 in C304. The Hispanic Culture Club meets 245 to 345 in D211. Daily Tech Table is open today from 8:30 until 9:15, where you can get your Chromebook repaired, replaced, or get a loaner. And it's open again in the afternoon from 1 o'clock until 1:45. You can return that loaner or get service, repair, or replacement. Make sure you have your physical student ID to go to the Tech Table. Yearbooks are on sale, $60 cash to Mr. McDermott or Miss Esposito in D204. You can make that cash in-person purchase during advisory and only during advisory. Online orders can be placed anytime. Scan the Dino code or go to their Instagram profile at NBHS_YB and you can make your purchase online anytime you'd like. Grab your copy of the 2025 Advocate. Congratulations to the following people who will be inducted into the National Honor Society coming up in March. Congratulations to Jaden Alberto, Edwin Amaya Benitez, Maite Balbuena, Maui Kate Galarraga, Kelly Gonzalez Romero, Esmeralda Hernandez Carcamo, Destiny Howard, Heather Ibarra Reyes, Camila Leal Don Juan, Angela Martinez, Angie Martinez Nicholas, William Mendoza Calderon, Katie Mendoza Diaz, Tanya Ortiz Mejia, Diego Osorio Hernandez, Abigail Veras Castillo, Giselle Vieira, and Braulio Ramirez Benitez. Congratulations on your hard work and welcome to the National Honor Society. The 2025 Spectrum Literary and Art Magazine is currently accepting your artwork and literary submissions. You could submit work electronically or physically. There is no theme, so it is wide open to your creative content. See Mr. Thornburg for more information. It's never too late to join Student Council. Visit them on the first and third Thursday of the month in B321 from 2:45 to 3:45, and get involved with your class council 2:45 to 3:45 B321 on the second and fourth Thursdays. For more information, visit nbstudentcouncil.com and be sure to connect with them on Instagram at nbhs.stuco. And now a word from Peer to Peer.
Hey Zebras, I'm Angela.
And I'm Michelle, and we are excited to introduce this year's peer-to-peer podcast for the 2024 and 2025 school year.
What is peer-to-peer, you ask? Well, it's a space where we, as peer leaders, bring you the real stories from high school, shared by our very own peer leaders.
That's right. Peer leadership is all about guiding and supporting others, and through this podcast, we'll be talking about everything from overcoming challenges to finding balance in school life.
We'll also be offering advice specifically for our underclassmen, helping you navigate high school like a pro.
So join us each episode as we explore the highs, the lows, and everything in between.
This is Peer to Peer, where your story matters. Subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hello, my name is Alana, and I am the host of Sazon Latino, the all-Spanish podcast here in New Brunswick High School, and this is brought to you by the Hispanic Culture Club. We talk about many different topics in Sazon Latino, like cultures all around the world, food, music, and you can find more from us in Instagram at NBHSHCC, and you can also go to zebrapodcastnetwork.com/Sazon Latino.
And I'm now joined by a very special guest in the studio this morning. Good morning to Mr. Allen. How are you doing today?
I'm here.
Pull that microphone right up to you.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. How are you this morning?
I'm a little under, but, I'm coming in.
I feel the same way.
Mm-hmm.
We got our 4 classes. Anybody you want to shout out today?
Oh, let's see. Can I shout out all of them, or do I have to just do one?
Just pick one.
I'm going to rock with 2026.
The juniors. Shout out to the juniors. Your advisors are Miss O'Gorman and Mr. Wong. Make sure you get connected with your class on Google Classroom. The code is there. And be sure to follow the juniors on Instagram at NB Class of 26. Happy birthday to you if today is your birthday. Sorry your friends didn't care enough about you to send you a shout out, but we got you. Any birthdays in your life?
No, I got March. I got 2 in March. My oldest daughter turns 33, and my youngest turns 20. She's getting close to that age.
Of getting out?
No. I'm being an official adult.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's the mark for you? 21?
21.
Okay.
21.
Nice.
Happy birthday to anybody who's celebrating a birthday today.
There you go. All right, we got our Zebra Podcast Network merch. Scan the Dino code. We don't make any money because, well, fundraising, red tape. It's just easier if I just sell the stuff at cost. It's available anytime you'd like. We got stickers, hats, shirts, water bottles, whole lot of good stuff. Maybe I'll purchase some things and then I'll sell it over in... Did you see this new store we have over here?
I did not. I heard they were bringing Pathmark back or whatever it was we had. ShopRite.
No, it is not ShopRite. We'll take a look when we're done here.
Okay.
But where ShopRite was, it looks like a zebra-themed store.
Ran by?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But it looks like a little, I'll be honest, it looks like the school store on Saved by the Bell. But it's all zebra stuff.
Nice. I want to check it out.
Yeah, the glass is done up. They got they had that logo contest earlier this year. That's big on the glass. And if you look, there's a sign lit up and it says like the Zebra Zone.
Oh, nice.
So looks like they got lanyards and all sorts of stuff in there. So check it out when you're allowed to be in the hallways. If you want to get announcements or shout-outs on the morning show, visit our website, zebrapodcastnetwork.com. It's a podcast, so submit a voicemail. You could take the easy way out and do the Google form thing, but send us a voicemail, and we'll play it here on the show. We're in between seasons, so there's really nothing to talk to about sports, so let's move on to the podcast piece.
You're listening to the Zebra Podcast Network, your school, your voice.
All right, it is Tuesday, February 25th. We got Mr. Allen with us this morning. What's up?
Nothing much, man. I said to you one day I'm going to come by here. I remember walking by every day and Julian and Adrian sitting there, and I would yell, the best high school morning show going right there. And I know you been in here working by yourself a lot. So I said, you know what? Me and Ness is cool. I'm going to come sit with him a couple days when I get out of the house a little early. So today was one of those days. I
appreciate that. So what's on your mind? What do you want to wax poetic about? What do you want to do?
Whatever, man. I'm just here. I just want to see. I want to be a part of this a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to try to get out here a couple days. If I could get out the house early, I'm going to stop right here before I go up top to the third floor.
All right.
Chop it up with you about whatever.
All right. Let's chop it up. I know two things you could definitely talk about. You could talk, well, three things. You could talk about math.
Okay.
We could talk basketball.
Mm-hmm.
We could talk some golf.
Ooh, okay. Or we could talk New Brunswick High School. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
You want to drop wisdom and...
Nothing really off the top of my head. Just, hoping that we can start the spring off on a good note. We're starting to get some better weather, starting to get some longer days. So maybe that turns into something positive around the school in terms of climate. You know what I'm saying? Because we was a little down for a little bit a couple weeks ago.
Winter is tough. It is nice, though. I get here the same time every day, about 6:30, and now it's lighter out.
Mm-hmm.
That's always nice.
Yep.
And now when I leave here, some nights I'm here later, it's not pitch black.
Mm-hmm. And I look out the window, and I'm like, wow, it's a little lighter right now. It's 5 something, so it's coming. It's coming.
It's coming. What are you looking forward to in the spring personally? Because you do a lot outside of school, too.
Yeah. In the spring, personally, probably just, the usual golf, coaching the golf team until May. I just went by the golf course yesterday. I went out to get me some medication, and I stopped by to see the manager, and he's like, when you coming back? When you want to get back on the clock? So I'm probably start working there on the weekends, the first, second week of March. So I'll do that Saturday and Sunday to keep me busy. And like I said, just really enjoying, the weather. Like I said, I like when it's late, dark. No, dark, late. You know what I'm saying? Because I can sit outside a little longer. And I usually just sit in my garage and hang out and watch people walk by and talk to them.
Now, I do something similar. Do you have a metal folding chair that you will put out in your garage door and you just watch the people? Because that's what I do. And I feel
No. There's a setup in that garage.
Oh, okay.
Some wicker chairs with pillows and ottomans, a table, a 42-inch TV. So it's a true chill out, a man cave outside in the garage. Yes, sir.
I like that.
Yeah, it's nice.
I go the metal chair route. I do have a TV in the garage, but the metal chair, so I feel like an 80-year-old Italian sitting on his... No,
that's not cool enough, man. So you got to get you a nice little setup there. Be comfortable.
My wife tries to tell me I should sit on the rower that's out in the garage, too, and row and watch TV.
Oh, she's trying to get you to work out a little bit.
A little bit. Oh, well. Golf team. What are we looking forward to this season? You've had some meetings. How's the turnout look? Is there still an opportunity for somebody who's like, wait, we have a golf team?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We take any and everybody. When we have the numbers, I have a rotating system that where everybody gets a number, and then you know what matches you're going to be in when we have the numbers. We've had some years where we've had to do it, and then we have some years where we had to make sure, look, I really need you today because we only got 5, we only got 4. You can still join. I run it more like a club than an actual competitive team because for the most part, our students play golf from March 13th until May 15th, and then they kind of let the game go just because it's hard sometimes to get to Piscataway where we practice and play at. And then there's a cost to it as well, but I can help out on the cost because I do work at the golf course. So it's like, my guys come out there for free. They just got to get there, and that's the biggest part.
Right. Well, with golf, Now, I've played miniature golf. I've played pitch and putt. So I'm not a golfer. I mean, you're a golfer, right?
I would call myself more a player of golf than a golfer, being honest. I don't practice. My motto is I practice when I play, to be honest. You won't see me sitting at a golf range hitting golf balls. I can do better things with my time by playing. So that's one thing I'll make a honest admission to. I don't practice, but I do read a lot. And then I try to take what I read to the golf course and see if it works. If not, then I just go back to what is comfortable, not so much what I know.
How does that translate to how you coach the team?
It's easier to,
how do they practice?
Right, it's easier to coach that because majority of the times I don't bring my golf clubs to the course when we go, just for that reason, because I don't think it's right that I'm sitting there whacking at balls trying to get my game right when I got 15, 10 new people trying to hold a golf club. It's not right for me to do that. So majority of the times we run 3 stations when we go to the golf course. We go to the driving range. Then from there we go to the putting green. And then from the putting green we go to a chipping green. And then we work on those 3 fake phases of the game. And then once we get closer to the matches, and when I'll take them out, teach them the etiquette of the game, how they got to move around the course. So we have like a little lead up to the first match.
How many matches are typically on the schedule for the season?
Normally it's 10 to 12. It depends on how they have the divisions rounded out. It's normally 10 to 12. You can add more. When I first had the job, I was trying to, instead of practicing, I was trying to have matches. And then I was like, man, we getting back late too often.
Yeah.
So we now just do the 10 or 12 matches on the schedule and try to compete that way.
How many different courses do they get to play on within the area?
So,
because you have a home course,
right? Our home course is Raritan Landings. I like to call it Augusta National to the north and Piscataway. But we play over at Bunker Hill, which is in Franklin, Somerset area. We play over at Concordia in Monroe. We've had a couple matches there. We'll go over to Plainfield West 9. We'll play a couple matches there. So it varies. The majority of the matches, though, because of the division, we play at Raritan Landings because a lot of teams in our division uses that course. Shorter course, easier to manage for the kids, and we can get through the course. A lot of the kids that we're playing against are not shooting great scores like that you need to have them on a regulation course. It's when you're playing a team that, might have a couple of kids that can play and make the states that you got to play regulation courses then.
Is golf a big sport in New Jersey at the high school level, or is it still growing?
I would say it's a big sport now. I think more people are picking up golf because you quote unquote don't need to be athletic. You know what I'm saying? And,
I'm listening.
Yeah, it's the truth. Like it ain't something that you got to show that you can run, jump fast, or be the fastest. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes being the slowest in golf is the best because now you have a controlled, compact swing. So I think, with that being said, it kind of brought more people out. And I was working at the golf course when the pandemic hit. And, man, it was so crazy because it was so many people playing. It was so many guys out there with their young kids, whether it was boy or girl, just, to get outside. And now you can see the carryover because sometimes on the weekends we're booked at that golf course from the time it opened to 2, 3 in the afternoon.
When you moonlight at the golf course, what do you do?
I'm the starter at the golf course. I'm the cook on the grill at the golf course. I like to call myself the what's the worker that what was that called? I'm the guy that they can't get rid of because I do so much around there. That guy, you know what I'm saying? It's a job that I truly enjoy and embrace. You get a chance to meet people, talk to people. Yo, such and such. I work at this school. Oh yeah, I know him. It's one of those type things all the time. And it's cool. We on the weekends I have music. We play jazz on the weekends. So when the people come up, they hear jazz. We're cooking. And on the weekend, on Sundays, we play some gospel music, something light. People, relax and stuff like that. So it's a nice vibe out there.
Does this course have you ever had to drive the car where it's you could get pelted with golf balls?
No, we don't have that because we don't have a driving range.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, our course is an executive course. 14 par 3s, 4 par 4s. So we don't have a driving range. All we have is a pitch and green.
Oh, okay.
Green.
All right. Let's rewind a little bit. We are coming off of the 24-25 basketball season.
Mm-hmm.
You are our boys basketball head coach. Now, the record says one thing, but I know from seeing you at pretty much all your home games that what happens on the court tells a bit of a different story.
Mm-hmm.
So let's throw the record out.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of your takeaways from this basketball season and kind of what you see going forward into maybe next year?
Well, it's funny because this past summer, we really had a dedicated group of sophomores. When I tell you I came to the gym, when I get to the gym at 2:30, 2:40, they already got the gym set up, ready to go for our league games at night. And they played throughout the whole summer, and they was getting beat up on. We was having some days where we had some success, and towards the end of the summer, we started winning a couple of games. And then I remember talking to John Yell during the season. I said, it's a big difference, isn't it, from summertime to right now? He was like, yeah, it's ramped up like you wouldn't believe from a summer league to when it's time to play actual games. And for the guys to be young, to see that firsthand and to have to live through it, it was eye-opening for them. And you can see that the things that we tried to work on in practice, you can see the thought process, but you couldn't see the follow-through because now it's live bullets, so to speak, being shot at me.
Trial by fire.
Right, and now I got to play. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have 7 timeouts like he normally does in the summer because it's his league to get us under control, that type of stuff. So that was the big thing. And I think, when I look at the sophomores, they all had their chance of, like, you saw glimpses of really doing well, but then you saw when they started hitting the wall. And when they started hitting the wall, we kind of pulled them off the court, and we tried to give some other guys a chance. And hopefully that pays off for those guys. Then we had a couple of juniors that, that was their first time playing varsity basketball as well. So if you're looking at our starting 5 and then our top 7 to 8 guys, we only really had 3 guys coming back who had varsity experience. And that showed a lot, you know what I'm saying, when you watch this play.
Over the last 4 years, I got to see a kid like Chris Maranta kind of come into his own. What has a player like that meant to your program to have? To me, stability comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you see? What's your experience?
It's something that you wish you had another piece of stability or 2 more pieces of stability. And like I used to say to the kids, the one thing about Chris this year was we requested him to score. We requested him to bring the ball up. We requested him to get us in the offense. People don't understand that. And then the next part of it is to create opportunities. We want to play a pressing style to get more opportunities to score. And we wanted him to do that as well. And we're like, yo, man, this guy is like, he's working. But at the same time, it's like, how do you still try to hold him accountable for his part because he's part of that 5? We're like, he's given us 3 of those things, and now we're trying to press, and he doesn't get to his spot. But the kid is exhausted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of one of those things where you got to be like, you got to pull back on him a little bit and then hope we can get it from somewhere else, We needed the scoring. We needed the ball heads. And so if he didn't get to a spot on a press, it's kind of like, all right, well, we're okay. We didn't get burnt on it, so we're okay.
Yeah, and, I mean, they all can't be in 2 places at once.
Sure can't do that. And sometimes we say that to them. You can't guard 2 passes in a row. It's humanly impossible. But for some of them, they try to do it, which is a good thing,
They do work hard, and it was – I know it could be frustrating at times, but certainly there was a lot of fun this season, I think.
Yeah, it's fun in it because you see the John Yells. I go back to him. You see the Jose's. They're giving you their all. They're giving you that look, too, like what else can I do? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said to them, you're in this perfect position because you're getting this right now as a sophomore. What you need to be doing and your work should be how I'm going to impart and make somebody feel uncomfortable like they made me feel when I was a sophomore, my first varsity year of basketball. And when you become a senior, you do that to the next group of guys. You got to make them feel the way you felt. If you can do that through hard work, I think it goes a long way. But you got to put the work in because it ain't just going to happen because I'm a junior now because some other guys is coming just as well.
Yeah, and I think that's all, I mean, to watch your program, I think it's a testament to who you are as a person, a teacher, educator, father, and coach, and your experience in the game, and to see your team embody, I don't know if it's your personality per se, but your approach to the game where you could tell even in defeat, the kids worked hard, they're enjoying it. I mean, losing is never fun, but you know, they like. Let's be honest. I see opposing coaches come in, and it's like, what do you like? You shouldn't be around children, and you know, you have a completely different and what I think is a great approach to what you do as a high school basketball coach. So my compliments to you.
Thank you. It's crazy because Troy Wilcox, he comes by and helps me out all the time, and Jaquan Cook comes back, Gary Reeder comes back, and they'll be like, "Yo, man, what happened to you? Like, you totally toned it down when we had you." And I said, Gary and them guys, I said, you got to understand, you have to evolve with these kids. You can't stay stuck in 2010 dealing with a 2024 kid. It's totally different what's going on, so you have to evolve as well. So we got to dial back some of the toughness that we was throwing at you guys, because we knew if we threw that at you guys, you would take that and run with it. Where now we can't do that with these type of kids. We got to coach them a little bit differently. And I think that approach kind of helped me a little bit, because some guys you can't get on them and they're going to rise to the top. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get on them, they're going to go into a hole a little deeper. And you got to be able to look at that and not go, well, this is like we're going to deal with all of the guys the same way like we did back in the day, because when you did that, everybody would rally around that one guy, and then they go, we're going to play harder and show him. You know what I'm saying? Right now, with a bunch of young guys, you don't have that one guy that's going to say, we're going to show him. You know what I'm saying? It's going to have to come collectively, and you don't want to deflate that one kid, because he might be the one that can, infect those guys. You know what I'm saying? If that's the word to use right now. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see.
All right, we'll finish with this, and I want to thank you for coming in and giving a couple minutes, and, of course, you are welcome anytime you want to come into that chair.
I'm coming back, man. I'm coming back.
So we're getting ready to get into March. I know you're a big college basketball fan. You enjoy the college game. Anything you're looking forward to within this tournament that's going to be coming up? A team that stands out?
We use Band to communicate with the guys. It's an app, you know, similar to I guess WhatsApp or whatever it might be, but it's more like you don't need numbers. But I'm constantly in the chat, because if you look at my little hangout area at home, I have envelopes, I have paper. I'm always writing something down that I'm listening to from a analyst, a commentator, and Auburn. It's something about Auburn, man. It's a tough, gritty team. Bunch of guys that look like they play like love playing for each other. I watched Houston last night, and I'm just like, look at how these guys grind. It's not offense. It's all defense, and those guys, and I like those two teams, and I'm a Kansas and a Michigan fan. But I like those two teams because I think when the game gets dirty, they got the guys that make that game a low-scoring game and grind it out to win. And I think that's what you need to do in a tournament.
All right. Well, we got a whole month of March Madness coming up, and we'll talk some college basketball along the way.
Let's talk it all, man. Let's not just be basketball. Let's talk it all. I want to come back.
All right. Well, Coach will be back tomorrow.
Maybe, if I get out of the house.
If he gets out. Either way, I will be here. Tomorrow will be Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow. Wave goodbye. Say goodbye.
Peace out.
Thank you for listening to the Zebra Morning Show. Please tell a friend to help spread the word. Word of mouth is the best way to help us grow. Be sure to follow us on social media. We're on X, Instagram, and Threads at Zebra Podcast Net. Visit our website at zebrapodcastnetwork.com, where you can learn about joining us. And don't forget to send us your announcements and shout-outs. Have a great day, Zebra Nation.